Today we're going to cover how gamification can be used to enhance e-learning, and then we're going to go through our favorite LMSs that have gamification capabilities.
Before we jump into this video, we have a gift for you. Now, gamification is important. However, if you don't understand who your learners are, doesn't matter how much you gamify, they will not resonate.
They
with
will
the
leavify.
content, which is why this gift, this free masterclass, covers the 3 pillars: content, technology, distribution, and also coaches you on how to define who your learners are, what we call PLPs.
PLPs.
Now, you will create an online course or e-learning program successfully in 90 days or less and save tens of thousands of dollars in the process.
10 Gs.
Because we demystify it for you. That gift, that free masterclass, link below, go check it out.
Boom! The first category is integrating a leaderboard system into your e-learning. You can do this in a couple of different ways. The first way we're going to show you is you can use a LMS or BMS, learning management system or business management system, like Kajabi.
Link below, 30-day free trial. Appreciate the support.
To create a social learning experience, a community, in addition to your online course or e-learning program, using the community function you see here. There's live video, video recordings, a post feed, kind of like social media, a mobile app, meetups, so live group coaching calls, and challenges. This is amazing for gamification. Now, my personal favorite part about Kajabi communities is that you can have a leaderboard that tracks your points, your learners' points, based on how they interact with the community. They get points in a lot of different ways. Showing up to meetups, commenting on posts, liking posts, which in Kajabi is called inspired by a post, and posting yourself. Now, we're going to show you an example of what a community looks like. This is a community that we are actually a part of in Kajabi. We're not going to share any information other than that because of privacy purposes. But basically, how things are set up, as you can see, there's a feed, challenges, meetups, and home. But what we want to look at is the leaderboard. So on the left here, under Find Members, you can see the leaderboard. And here's the leaderboard. Like we said, everything's blurred out, but the key is the leaderboard keeps track of all-time and monthly leaders. And leaders, and you become a leader by interacting with the community, and as you can see, there's different point totals here. And what's really cool, on an all-time basis and on a monthly basis, you have different leaders that, for me personally, this has caused me to actually want to interact with the community. Obviously, I want to interact with the community because you get a lot out of interacting with other students in a program that you're a part of. But I'm a very competitive person, and this isn't even like a competitive piece for me. This quantifies my involvement. So I don't really know how to track my involvement with the community unless there's a number. And this tells me, as you can see here, the only thing we don't have blurred out is I am in 6th place all time in this community. And there are hundreds of members in this community. So this tells me that, you know, I am doing a really good job interacting.
So now the second type is leaderboards for completing trainings. If you're an employee and you're doing trainings, this is another way to get your learners involved. Now, our favorite learning management system for internal purposes for training employees is Talent LMS, and they have an awesome way to get people to have healthy competition with one another in order to grow in the ranks inside Talent LMS.
And it's a similar concept, except this is not related to social interaction. This is related to completing trainings. Personally, yet again, when I am working on a course, what I like to do is I like to see how much of it do I have done. I love knowing how much of the course I have done. Now, I'm not an employee of a company, so I don't have an internal training program that I'm a part of. But if I was, this is what I would want. Because I want to not only see how far along I am in a course, I also want to see how is my involvement and the courses that I have completed compared to everyone else. Now, I'm the only one in this demo Talent LMS environment, but as you can see, it literally shows you a leaderboard based on points based on levels, which is something you can set up in Talent LMS. Badges, you can give badges for completing different courses, groups of courses, parts of courses, etc. And you can also be on the leaderboard of how many courses you've completed. Now, this is important because you can give different courses more points, right? That's why you'd want to look at, okay, well, maybe I've completed 15 courses, but maybe they're easier courses that aren't worth as many points. So someone may be ahead of me and they've only completed 3 or 4 courses, but they're like heavy courses. So, and then certificates. Not every course may have a certificate. So I want to know, do I have more certificates than everyone else? Like, I would be all about this if I was an employee. I used to be an employee when I worked for PricewaterhouseCoopers, and we had internal training, but you couldn't compare your completion of things versus other people's. I actually completed a lot of internal certifications, but I had no way to see how everyone else is doing. I don't know. I really like this. What about you, Hector?
Absolutely. I mean, and another great thing about this specifically with Talent LMS, you get to get points based on a variety of aspects, which is great. It diversifies the learning experience for the learner themselves. When you talk about gamification, doing courses that give you certificates versus courses that don't give you certificates, doing courses that may give you certificates and badges or have different levels. So it's just a great way to really bring in a whole entire diversity component in the way in which learners can get points as well. Now again, Talent LMS is our favorite internal learning management system. So if you have employees and you want to train your employees, link below is our affiliate link to Talent LMS. We would appreciate the support. No extra cost to you. We just get some love if you decide to sign up with Talent LMS. Another great thing about Talent LMS, unlimited free trial unless you have advanced features that require payment or if you hit a certain amount of users as well.
Exactly.
Now, if you want to take the gamification within the points themselves to another level, here's another thing that you could do, whether if you're using Kajabi or Talent LMS, is that you can reward your learners based on the amount of points that they get. For example, if your learners hit a certain amount of points, they get an extra day of PTO, paid time off. Another example is that if they hit a certain point threshold, they get 2 tickets to their favorite concert.
Go see U2 in the
to their favorite sports avenue, or to watch their favorite sports team.
Broncos!
Yeah, Broncos are very, very iffy over the last
Nuggets!
But it's really cool because you could do giveaways, you could do a
Jokic.
lot of things to get people to want to hit certain point
The
thresholds.
Joker.
Or in Talent LMS, for example, maybe it's you have to get 10 certificates, right? You know, so, and then if you get 10 certificates, maybe the certificates
You
are
get a
way
grade.
more than the points because certificates may be harder to get than points, for example.
Here's a bonus.
So, just some things to think about on how you can gamify the points as well.
Exactly. Now, if you want to dive into who your PLPs are, AKA your learners, we have a free masterclass for you linked right below this video. And at the beginning of the masterclass, we literally go through exactly how to define your learners with you. Then we teach you how to create your learner transformation statement, which is what you are going to use to create your online course or e-learning program. We also share with you pro tips that our students and coaching clients have used to save tens of thousands of dollars when implemented. Sign up for the free masterclass right below this video.
Thank you for the likes and subscribes.